Welcome in, everyone. My name is Ruth, and I am here today to do Elon Musk. Is he in danger? Let me light my candle and clear the energy because I had a hard time connecting to my guides to connect to Elon Musk. They did not want to come in when it came to pulling for Elon Musk. Elon Musk gives me the energy of not fully human. He also gives me the energy of very techy, as if he has a technology for a brain. Elon Musk, however, when I've tapped into his energy, I have felt like he needed prayer. So we're going to take a look at Elon Musk as well as the global shift. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hello, Joe. Good to see you here today. Good to see you today. Yes. So some of my opinions on Elon Musk might be a little bit controversial. I have several things that I tap into his energy, and you take it as it resonates. Let's get started. We're going to be asking Spirit, is Elon Musk fully human? We're going to ask about his role for humanity. And is he in danger, and from whom? And how do we support our leaders? And any other questions that you put into the chat. First, let's get some homework done. I want to say thank you for being here. Wednesday night lives are at 8 p.m. from now on, and they're on public in YouTube and Rumble, and they're free to the public. On Sundays, the first part is free to the public, and the second part, we go deeper into oftentimes the Ascended Masters, the angels, and we tap into their energy and look at the nitty-gritty of things. So, for example, last Sunday, we had Karma of the USA and Other Nations. That was fascinating. That was free to the public. And then we had the private live of Goddess Athena on Earth's karmic board. And we looked at Earth's board. We looked at the golden age incoming financial rewards. Coming up, we have this Sunday, free to the public. We're going to be looking at mainstream media, Fox, CNN, and ABC. One of the things that I tapped into was that their karma, the karma coming to the earth, is going to the media. It's going to be hitting media systems, and they're going to be going bankrupt, or they're going to be bought out. So I want to pull into that because I believe the media is one of the strongest forces keeping people unawake, keeping people in hatred and negativity, and really fueling the WAR between racism, sexism, division, economic stability, hatred, everything that seems to be fueled to keep us apart is actually coming to us through the media system. It's not in our communities, and it's not when we go into the grocery store and we wave to other people. That is not there, but it is coming through the media. The private live will be after on Sunday, after the first live, and it'll be Archangel Michael on the EBS, the Emergency Broadcast System, and tribunals. We're going to see, is the EBS coming? Ishmael Perez recently predicted that the EBS is very, very close, or there was an attempt made to release it. As a result, the Dark Elite did a counteractive terrorist attempt, and that was thwarted. But on this first week of May, there was a lot of incoming energies and attempts to gain control of the timeline by both sides. So we're going to take a look at that, the media and the EBS gaining control of the timeline on the private live. All right. If you're interested in a private reading, you can always find me on the Violet Flame. Links will be below and in the description box. Okay, the energy of Elon Musk. What have I been feeling? I've prayed for many world leaders, even if I don't agree with them. I remember specifically praying for Nancy Pelosi. I remember praying for the different people in Congress. Sometimes I would call light, light to them, that they would awaken, start serving humanity to the best and highest good. Sometimes I would pray for world leaders that they would be protected and guarded. But I have never actually prayed for Elon Musk. And one of the reasons is because I just didn't feel like he was connected to the earth plane or to the earth realm. Something in my energy when I went to go connect felt very mechanical. And it wasn't, of course, that I was against praying for him. I've just never had that call. But the past 2 weeks, I can't stop thinking about him. And when I tap into his energy, it's an energy of sadness, depression, I see him in he's one of his big glass houses, his big mansions, and I tapped into the energy of his office at the White House, and his energy doesn't seem to be there. It's almost like he's left. I think he's left the White House for a while. I've been tapping into his energy. He's left the White House, and he seems to be in a secluded space, and he's with his family because either a daughter or a wife or an ex-wife, but I'm getting the energy of a daughter and her children were severely threatened or in danger, and he's actually staying with them there, and he has a lot of security around him, and he's actually using as much technology, spending his time to find as much security technology as possible to put around that house. The energy I do get from him is he loves his family very much, even though everything, I think it's called the visceral. He's always done the visceral. He's never really done the actual human interaction from what I've done with research, the actual human interaction with a woman. He's always done through a test tube, which is very suspect. Now, the other energy I get from him is that he is not fully of the human line. He has either Martian DNA. He has energy or the Martian DNA bloodline, or he's actually from another realm, like a Mars realm. When I tapped into the energy of actually going and sitting in front of him, like, okay, if I could go and sit and shake his hands, and do a reading for him, I felt like his eyes could go right through me and he could read my mind. Very mechanical brain. And I've had that from other people as well who've walked past his office and talked about him, been in his vicinity. Something's not quite fully human there. So we're going to ask Spirit, is he fully human? Is he human? What is his role for humanity? And what danger am I sensing when I tap into his energy? I want to see also, is he just in danger from these Tesla attacks, or is he in danger from an astral entity? In the past few nights, I've had the most weird dreams of incoming good energy and also dark energy. And last night I did see a snake. I woke up and I was looking around my room for a snake. So I have these semi-nightmares sometimes when things are happening in the astral realm. And it was like very, very, very weird energy. So maybe it's also because I firmly believe if he is an astral being from another dimension, he would know the moment I would try to tap into his energy. And he would possibly be alerted or pinged that I'm going to be doing a live. That's the way spiritual beings are. They're very not human. Joe says Mark Zuckerberg has that not of this world vibe as well. Mark Zuckerberg freaks me out when I see his face. His eyes are not real. Like Elon's eyes give me the feeling of there's a mechanical AI brain, but I don't get the energy of he would hurt me at all. Probably would read my mind. Probably tell me, girl, you got this wrong, or you weren't right in that psychic look, or that tarot reading was, I don't know what it would be, but I don't get an energy of a predator or what do you call it? Like evil intentions. But Mark Zuckerberg, there is an entity in that man. His eyes are black. And this is what Spirit wants me to pull on is I believe Elon is a rogue. He's left the actual place where he came from, and he's working for a different side. I believe he went rogue. I believe he used to work for whatever Martians, I don't want to say the R word here, but that lizard kind of something, he was created, I believe. But I believe he's a rogue agent. He went to work for Mr. T and is changing his ways. We're going to take a look at that. Okay, Spirit. But at the beginning when I was meditating, the reason why I'm late to this live is because Archangel Michael was kind of staring at me like, what are you doing? We're at odds. But I told them, I says, yes, but he's working with Mr. T, and you, angels, are trying to help Mr. T. So let's take a look. Spirit teams, guides, spirit of truth, we ask to tap into the energy of Mr. Elon Musk respectfully and with good intentions. We ask to know his origin. Is he fully human? Cards fell out right there. Is he full of human? So we have the Six of Pentacles coming out and the Knight of Wands. So this is a warrior, and this is a financial. He has a lot of money, but he's also involved in the financial side of things. So let's go ahead and ask. That King of Wands is telling me about his humanity. That's an energy source right there. Wands are energy. DNA, Earth, Pentacles would be human. Wands is an energy source. Blocked, Two of Swords, and Eight of Swords, trapped or controlled. So there's something in his, I'm hearing the words neurog, how do you say that words? Of the brain. I can't think of that word. I can't even say it. Anyway, you all will put it in the chat. His brain patterns, his brain neurons, okay, have been like blocked or zapped or rewired. Six of Pentacles would be partly human. It has some DNA. So the DNA is there, the human DNA, but the energy source is different. His neurological, is that how you say it? His patterns have been, actually the synapses have been rewired. He's been manipulated in his brain. What else can you tell us, Spirit? And that's why I get the energy of his brain. Something's been blocked. Five of Cups, that's grief, sadness, depression. 10 of Cups, family. And King of Wands, that's a world leader. And the King of Wands comes up as the Mr. T card. So something about a family, a grief because of his family here. Four of Wands, celebration. Leader of his family. So I'm thinking here, though, that this is tapping into him as a leader of his family. He's very concerned and grieving about his own family. We have the Four of Wands and the 10 of Cups, which both represent happy families. But then we have the grief card. So he, as a leader of his family, is in grief over something that's happening or happened in his family. The Fool card. He's starting a new path. He's on a new way of, he's going, his security. Yeah. His security betrayed him. The Devil card. Wow. Something about, but I'm not getting people on his security team. I'm actually getting the technology that he used for his own security. He has to get a new system. This is that strategy, and has to do with digital strategy or actual cameras, videotape, words, things like that. Anything with the cameras, media. This is the actual cameras in their suits. This tracking devices. This technology is so advanced, my mind can't even grasp it. But he's looking for new technology because he was spied on, if not attacked, through his technology. His security technology was hacked. And that's why he's concerned for his family. His security devices and his security protocols and his security systems were hacked. And it freaked him out because they hacked it on his family. That is why I feel he stepped away from politics for a while, why he's no longer in the Oval Office or in the White House office with Mr. T. Okay, let's go ahead now and ask Spirit, what is his role for humanity? What is Elon Musk's role for humanity right now in this timeline? Seven of Swords. Okay, we have some of the extra energy, so I might have to do it here again. Okay, leadership. Okay, this is just saying right now he's adopted a role for his family. He's adopted a new role right now for his family. He's had to make some major choices here of a new, this is the energy system, the new security system, so he's actually pulled back from his role from assisting humanity. He's pulled back. He's pulled out of the public eye until he gets his family under control. Okay, who is attacking him? Who is attacking him? Are they human? Are they astral? Now, we're learned in esotericism that astral beings, interdimensional beings can travel, especially the low vibe ones, travel on electricity. They travel on internet waves. They travel on wireless internet. They would travel on his satellite waves, Starlink. So Spirit, who is he in danger of? Is this human or is this astral? Two of Cups, a partner, an old partner, a partnership he recently canceled. Whoa, a secret partnership he canceled. I'm seeing some sort of technology group or secret technology, secret base, secret deals, something he was a part of, he has ended. And these people are retaliating against him. This is a major oligarchs. This is a major tech company. This is a major worldwide billion-dollar industry that he recently separated from. And they weren't happy. Hanged Man, he's in a difficult position, but it's upside down, okay? So he was in a difficult position and he got out of the difficult position he took a loss. He took a major financial loss. Personally, he might have even gone into debt over this cut that he did with the company. He left a company. So is this a human company? Is this AI? I'm seeing super soldiers. I am seeing robots. I am seeing like Star Wars kind of Page of Swords, lies, deception, past, Six of Cups, and Ten of Wands. This isn't the energy of betrayal, but I mean, these aren't the cards of betrayal, but this is giving me the energy of betrayal. Something in the past, he found out some sort of lies, some sort of manipulation, some sort of control, some sort of agenda. I am thinking he was in league with several technology oligarchs that were going to do super soldiers to control the world, to rule the world. Yeah, like you see in those movies, like you see in Star Trek, Star Wars, where they have other planets, and on these planets they have thousands of super soldiers lined up in the chambers. He recently broke off from a major company. Now, this is either a super soldier company, but it also has to do with brain chips and DNA manipulation, brain manipulation. This is stuff the world doesn't know about. That's what's going on here. Off-world. 3 of Wands. This is either an interdimensional planet, a planet where they time travel to, not time travel, they teleport to, or they like when you take an elevator and then all of a sudden you open up to another planet. I'm getting some sort of extraterrestrial travel, some sort of technology that you have to get there through some sort of technology. Secret, the Hermit card, secret technology, and the Hierophant. This is the darkness. This is the intense world leaders, the top of the top of the top world leaders. Secret technology, off-world technology, possibly even Martian technology. I believe this was some sort of tech that connected the Earth to Mars, which is why he wants to go to Mars. I think he feels at home there. Page of Swords. He was lied to. This is something, yeah, look at the soldiers. King of Pentacles. And then secret. Yeah, a secret agenda concerning some sort of soldier or some sort of secret soldier that had brain chips in it. Manipulated humans. They have some DNA, but they also have technology. They're cloned. He broke off with this company and they were not happy. I'm seeing a bug, a technology bug, like a fly. Okay, now I'm getting Ant-Man vibes. Okay. Yeah, that kind of technology. Nanobots got into his security system. Nanobots of some sort. All right. So I want to know now, is the role that he has been actively playing publicly with Doge, is this for the good of humanity? Are his intentions good? Are they evil? Or are they simply for his own advancement? Spirit, what can you tell me? We're going to switch decks. If you have any questions about him, go ahead and put it in the live chat. I'm only taking questions on YouTube. So if you're on Rumble, go ahead and check the links below. And you can find me on my website, both Rumble and YouTube. Oh, and could you please subscribe? I've set a goal to reach a certain number of subscribers by August. So if you aren't subscribed to me, that would do me a favor, because then I can get the perks from YouTube. Spirit, what can you tell me about Elon Musk's overall role for humanity? Are his intentions good as he's worked with President Trump and Doge? Or are they just for his own self? Or are they actually evil? Okay, we have a King of Wands coming in. And then we have a financial money holding, a money grab, and control. King of Cups. Okay. King of Cups. So we have world leader that wants, we have a world leader that wants to gain control of the money or control the money. We have a timeline shift. The King of Wands always comes up to me as Mr. T. This King of Cups is coming up to me as Elon. The Justice card. Okay. Mr. T, our current president, approached Elon to actually be a warrior to gain control of our financial system back, to bring justice, justice to the financial system, and to actually shift the nation into a different trajectory of time. This is, I'm definitely getting some good energy here, but we have here the mental blocks again. We have here strategy. So he has technology that we might need to bring in a different financial system. There's technology, and then there's stress. So the reason why Mr. Trump partnered with Elon is because Elon has the technology to actually hold the financial system going while we switch financial systems. I believe Elon is more about the finances than he is about anything else. I believe he has a technology that is partnered with President Trump to be able to shift us into a new system. And right now, though, his role has been justice and actually bringing an end to some of the control. All right, Spirit, what's going on with these Tesla attacks? Are these the real reason, or are they freak events? Are these the reason why his family is in danger? What's going on with the Tesla attacks? Are they freak people? Is it a controlled agent? Is this a massive attack, worldwide attack? Is this programmed, or is it just a few freak people? Planned, the plan card. Okay. Yeah, he's taken the people in a different direction. We have the Seven of Wands here, and then we have the People card. I need clarity on that, though. Spirit, what can you tell us about these attacks? People, industry, WAR, conflict, a choice. This is that new path he's taking people on. Then we have the strategy, the technology. That could also be the cars and the distance, so travel. Okay. The message coming in about these Tesla attacks is that they've been planned from a distance. These are not freak attacks of one person getting an idea to go set something on fire. This is planned by a group of people that are trying to gain back some sort of publicity, some sort of control. They're fighting. They're positive and negatively charged against them. They're angry. They're upset. They've created this strategy from a distance and have implemented it. Is this MK Ultra? Is this MK Ultra, or is this actual planned? Whoops. Okay, we're getting a authentic. We're not getting MK Ultra. There's a lot of partnerships here, but this is an authentic working situation. They were probably paid, but I don't get an MK Ultra. Leaving it behind. Younger people. Strategy manipulated. Yeah, I believe I'm not getting I have to say with what I'm saying, these people were simply manipulated. These people were simply offered money. These people were paid to do this. These people did it. These people were low vibrational. These people were depressed. They might have been on drugs and depression drugs. Is that what you call it? Yeah, this. They were approached secretly, but this is a major plan to take out some of the Tesla, and they were paid for that. I believe they were also promised protection, but they were on depression drugs. I'm not getting MK Ultra at this time with this energy I'm pulling in, but I also do feel a block from it. Okay, Spirit. Is Elon a rogue agent from the Martians? Has he left the Martian community and he's now living on his own independently in the United States or wherever he's living? Is he still part of his old community? Justice. Okay, he's left them. Chariot card. Distance. This is in the past energy. If you could see my spread, this is the past. Blocked. There's that trapped, the neurons in his brain that were synapsed and skipped and controlled. There's his own leader, his own boss, his own inspiration. King of Cups. Wow. Okay. I'm seeing an operation. I'm seeing some sort of operation that rebalanced his brain and gave him back some autonomy. Like a chip was cut out of his neck or his brain, or some sort of operation that realigned his brain patterns. This is the foreign travel, and this is the woman, the distance. I don't believe he still has full capacity to do things like he wants to do, like with women. However, he's distanced himself from his mother. I don't believe he was allowed to reproduce in his old life. That is something he always wanted. He wanted a family, which is that human part of him. He wanted a family, and his mother is definitely somewhere far away, and he's distanced himself from his mother. If anybody knows about that, put it in the chat. That's just what I'm getting here. I don't read up on Mr. Elon. I'm getting here that he's distanced himself from his mother. His mother, from what I've done in my research, was a very wicked woman who did a lot of dark magic and even raised him in dark magic. He's distanced himself from his mother. I do not believe he was allowed to have a family in his old life. He wanted a family. He loves his family. He is focused on his work, on building his career, technology. He loves technology, but he's distancing himself from the technology world and from his old work. I believe he's getting very disillusioned with his old life. He has left them. He has left several of his old contracts, several of his old jobs. And I'm going to link here at the end of this video, for those of you watching the replay, a reading I did on him about a year ago. So check that video out too. It talks a little bit more about his life and how he had a consciousness transfer. But that's this is that operation I saw where it's almost like the neurons in his brain were disconnected so that he couldn't connect to a human soul. And he had to get an operation to reconnect him back to his humanity side. There's a lot of dark bloodline here. There's a lot of technology. He has a lot of technology that can help the world, but a lot of the businesses, partnerships, and contracts he was involved in, he has left them. Okay, I want to ask this question now. Why does he want to go to Mars? Why does he keep posting that? Now, I have an opinion on that, but I want to see what Spirit says first. I don't want to tap into the energy of that opinion. Spirit, why is he constantly wanting to go back to Mars? Saying that the sun is going to ruin humanity. Is he getting damaged by our sun? The Fool, a new beginning, a new place to work, a new lab. There's a lab there. Ace of Swords. That's his connection to his higher self, his connection to his soul. Lack, health, his health. Strength card. Okay, there's something in his body and in the body of several other of his comrades that are like him that they're physically ailing. They're not connected to Earth's energy stream and their health is failing. They have to do some sort of operation to keep themselves healthy. I also believe he has a lab there on Mars. Ooh, I just got dizzy. He's got a lab there on Mars, which has technology that can actually keep him alive. Is humanity in danger of being destroyed? Like he says, humanity by the sun. Is humanity in danger? Haha. Heavy energy, betrayal energy, backstabbing energy, King of Swords. So those who are in danger of the sun hurting them or harming them, or those that are connected to heavy, narcissistic energies. Anything that wants to control, anything that wants to backstab, any lies, falsehoods, anything of a low vibration, anger, shame, anything below that scale of health and vitality, shame, fear, panic, anxiety, all those low level vibrations are actually what is going to be disrupted by the sun. The sun is going to target low vibrational people, and they're going to get very uncomfortable. They're going to get very uncomfortable. They're going to want to go underground. They're going to want to go to another planet. Now, in esotericism, Mars is one development behind the Earth. So the Earth is in this stage of her development. Imagine, you're going up to 5D. Earth's going into 4D. But Mars is still like in the lowest 3D. Like Mars doesn't even have life on it yet, but it's going to ascend to have life like the Earth does in about 500 to 1,000 years. Like Mars is going to go into an actual Earth-like planet over the next thousands of years. Okay, and Mars is going to follow the trajectory of Earth and going to go into 3D, 4D, 5D. The life forms on Mars are not conducive for 4D or 5D Earth. So Elon has energy or DNA or technology from that underdeveloped Martian realm, you can call it, and a planet, whatever you want to call it. And so he feels more comfortable there. And I believe there's many other lizard people, many other of these Martian DNAs that might feel more comfortable there, especially if they haven't connected to Christ consciousness, because Christ consciousness is in the Earth and it's actually producing the 4D, 5D energy. Very interesting that just this week, Elon posted again, we need to go to Mars. When also some of the intuitives and the mystics have said, tremendous, like a Palladian ships came in and they brought in tremendous light codes. I myself felt the light codes coming in. It was like a double whammy of energy. I had to sleep, but it was felt so good, but I was so exhausted. And a lot of other intuitives are feeling this way as well. That tremendous energy is incoming, but it's disrupting the low vibrations. And thus Elon Musk posts online, we need to go to Mars. I believe it's because he has some of that DNA from Mars and it makes him feel very uncomfortable. But what he might not know, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's a message to his compadres to get off the Earth plane. What he does not know is that humanity is ascending with the Earth. So we don't have to fear the sun. Okay, so I was asking, is Elon rogue? Elon had an operation that connected him back to most of his humanity. He's sovereign. He's thinking of himself. He's left his mother behind, and he's left a lot of jobs and contracts behind. So there's the answer to that. Okay, if you have any questions here on YouTube, put them in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to wrap up with a global shift update. Oh, let's go ahead and ask this last question. Spirit, how do we pray for him? How do we support him? How do we as humanity hold that vibration for him? Knight of Cups, healing. Healing for his brain. Healing for his body. Healing. Cups, emotion, healing. He doesn't have emotions. That's why. He has very, very little low-grade emotions. His family. I'm hearing the words, they didn't choose to come in. They chose to come. I'm hearing the words, they didn't choose this. They chose to come into his family, but they didn't choose something. Choice. There's a choice. What is this choice? King of Pentacles. Wow. King of Pentacles is the DNA. They were human souls that came in through different patterns, different ways of coming. And that's that, like the tubes and everything like that. I don't know all the technology terms, but coming in through the artificial means of birth, artificial means of insemination and things like that. They chose to come in, but they didn't quite fully understand the ramifications of being, because they have souls, but they also have a different kind of lifestyle because of it. The lifestyle. Many of them, though, are high vibrational and connecting to their higher selves. Many of them are awakening and aware. His family is what I'm talking about. The girls and the children. Many of them are connecting to their intuition. This is almost like a bloodline breaking, like a breaking of the bloodline of Elon Musk's bloodline, of Elon Musk's heritage, of that control, stuck in the neurological patterns and synapses and entrapments that have been going on among this dark elite generation. Has Elon Musk been dark elite? 100%. He was born and raised among the dark elite. He was born and raised among half human, half people. He participated in dark ritual. And now I'm not just saying this from my research, I'm channeling this. The energy I get from him is that he participated in rituals that I don't want to share on YouTube. He participated, and not necessarily evil rituals of pain and suffering, more like the the goat's blood and the pig's blood and the cow's blood and that kind of dark ritual. His mom loved that stuff, and he grew up in that. He's healing generations. He's a bloodline breaker, just like many of us are, changing our generations. Is he perfect? No. And I actually connect to certain things in his energy that are can be very reptilian. They can be very snakish, which is probably why a snake appeared to me last night in my room, because I woke up and I was looking around and it's like I saw it on the wall. And then I have to tell myself, oh no, I'm just dreaming. It's not really there. Is it? Page of Swords. He is definitely awakening up to much of the manipulation and lies that he was told or have been told to humanity. Here's that awakening card. Divine inspiration, divine guidance. Okay, Spirit. Let's go ahead and clear the energy of Mr. Elon Musk. We send him... I don't want to send him light if he's struggling with all the light codes. If you send somebody light, they will awaken like never before, and it will be a rough awakening. Healing. We send him healing. That's what the card said. Healing for his mind, healing for his brain, healing and balance in his thought patterns, balance to be able to hear clearly, think clearly, and that his human higher self would be downloaded into his awareness. That is what we pray for Mr. Elon Musk. Healing, thoughts, balanced, emotional and mental stability, and that his higher self be downloaded into his awareness and into his body. It is so. Okay, Spirit, what do we need to know for the world stage in the coming week? From Wednesday to Wednesday, world stage. We'll bring Archangel Gabriel back in. My guides did not like tapping into Elon Musk. Something's going to be faked. Some sort of CGI corruption, some sort of CGI false flag. Something has been faked or is faked. What is this, Spirit? What's going on the world stage for this week? What do we need to know? The cards are flipping. Ace of Fire. Something's going down. Four of Air. This is the underground systems, an underground facility. An underground, this is a cleaning up of an underground facility, but it's going to be covered in the mainstream media as if it's a false flag. It's going to be like, look here, not there. Or it's going to be like, oh, there's this explosion in this building here, but it's covering up some sort of operation. Or, this is a false flag event. It's covering up an operation, and they're moving something out of the building. They're moving something away. Something's being transported. And if there are any explosions in the next week, or any kind of false building shakeups, any kind of fires, any kind of earthquakes, something's being transported, and there's going to be a cover-up. Now, who's doing this cover-up? Okay, this is the Seven of Air, a strategy. This is a strategy that is being allowed by the White Hats. I'm seeing a ship. Is this in the Red Sea? Cargo, transportation, some sort of train, ship, some sort of transportation might get allegedly attacked, or some sort of shakeup. I'm definitely getting some sort of fire or explosion. Six of Air, look, that could be a plane or a ship. Ooh, okay, Spirit. But the White Hats are doing something. It's an underground operation that the White Hats will be doing. It is something that they're allowing the media to run away with, to come up with a false narrative, because the operation is too great for it to be discovered or found out. Watch the ships, the Red Sea, watch some sort of cargo, some sort of transportation vehicle, something that might seem to be a bit shady, and we're going to go, and the media is going to spin it one way, but really it's a White Hat operation. And I don't think I'm supposed to know about this, because the energy I'm getting is like very dizzy, which means that it's very secretive. Nobody's supposed to know about it. So we're going to watch the news and see what happens for the week coming up, see if anything major happened. No, it's a White Hat operation. Some sort of equipment's being moved. It's a very secret but high vibrational intention behind it. Okay, this has been it for the Global Shift Forecast. Elon Musk is slowly ascending, but still needs a lot of prayer. So send him healing vibes, and don't connect to his energy too much, because it is a little intense. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, come find me on the Violet Flame. I'm working on my website. I have private readings. I'm going to be getting my Clairvoyant workshops up, and we have the Violet Flame Tarot. For this tarot, we will be doing actually on Sunday, we're going to be doing Archangel Michael on the EBS. That will be the emergency broadcast system. And for the so this will be the private live. For the public live, you can find me right here, wherever you're watching me, YouTube and Rumble. It will be the mainstream media. We're going to pull in Fox, CNN, ABC, and any other questions you have in the chat. We will pull on their energy, see what's happening with them. What is their real energy? Are they really doing as good as they say they are? And what are their intentions? Who's in control? And I will see you there. That's going to be on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Richard says, new grid. Very interesting concept there. Yeah, there could very well be a new grid going up. And if there's anything shaky, it's going to be presented as a totally different thing. So if there's some sort of, and I don't know if you mean like the new grid of that's what's being done, or the new grid of why I was being dizzy. But anyway, I agree with you. There's something major going on with the white hats. New systems are coming into place. Ascended beings are coming in. According to Ishmael Perez, Pleiadian warships are coming in, and they're not coming in to war. They're coming in to bring in light codes. Elon Musk and all the lizard half hybrids, technology people are freaking out. But we as humanity are in a good place. We're going to find a much lighter vibration ascending into 4 and 5D. You are welcome, Joe. Thank you for being here. All right, everyone. I will see you at 11 a.m. on Sunday. Until next time. Bye.